Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, Charles here, and welcome to another great show. And first of all, hope everybody had a great time and great Christmas. I know I'm still unwrapping presents and calling people, wishing them a great season. Listen, with everything that's been happening, we should be blessed that we made it to another Christmas. So, all the best to you. And we can't stop the show. The show must go on. So, I got a great guest coming on. So, please give him a warm welcome to the show. How you doing?
I love it. Thank you, Charles. I've never had an applause before in many years. Thank you. How are you doing? Merry
I'm
Christmas
fine.
to you.
Merry Christmas. I see you got the festive season in the background. I see, everything's set up still. It's nice. It's
Oh,
nice to see you.
nice to see you too. I've watched your shows in the past. Svetlana has shared them with me, and I've enjoyed them. So fantastic to be here.
Thank you so much. So here it is. Where are you calling in from?
From Niagara Falls, Ontario.
So what's it like right now? Is it snow glistening? Is it
No,
cold?
No, it's cool, but I went for a nice long walk yesterday. It was just beautiful. Now you have to bundle up, but we don't have any snow. It snowed yesterday, but then it just cleared up. It went away, right? It started to rain, and today there's no snow on the ground anymore, so it's pretty good.
There you go. All right, so here it is. The one thing before we move on, did you get what you asked for Santa? Did Santa give you the one gift you wanted?
Oh goodness, I mean, yes, I did. I got a pair of hiking boots because I'm hiking a lot more now and walking. Yeah, I got what I wanted. How about you?
So we know you're on the good list. Me, I don't know. I'm still waiting. I think I've been on the naughty list, good list. So I think Santa's going to do rerun and come back after the new year. So we'll see how it works.
That's good. Why not, right?
There you go.
It's
So tell
all
us a
good.
little bit about you. Born and raised, where you're from.
Winnipeg. I'm a Manitobian, so born and raised in Winnipeg, and then I moved to Europe to study music, and then I moved back to North America after 10 years being in Europe, and then I went to New York City, got married there, started my own business there, and then moved back to Canada in 1986, and have been living in the Niagara region ever since.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the childhood, growing up. What did you want to become? What was it in your future that you saw?
Exactly what I did. I saw myself going to Europe to study music and get a degree in it, and that's exactly what I did. And I started at 10 years old saving towards that. And of course, I was taking music lessons. I'm a classically trained singer. I have a master's degree in performance, and I did exactly what I wanted to do. So I was very fortunate. I was able to do that.
So you followed your dream, you went
Yes.
after it, and you still doing it. That's fantastic.
Oh yes.
So
Yes.
why the Niagara area?
Oh, my parents were living in Niagara on the Lake, and so I moved back here. I had left my husband. We weren't getting along, so I just left him in New York City, and I came back to Canada, and I've never moved back.
It's like, hun, I'm going to be taking out the trash. I'll be right back. Okay.
Oh no, he knew it. He took me to the airport and everything. Oh no, it all went well.
There you go. There you go. So tell us a little bit about, the look of Niagara. Cause I can imagine right now when I go to Niagara Falls, I see the lights, at
Oh,
nighttime, they shine the
beautiful.
lights up on the falls. How is it right now during the Christmas? How's Christmas down there?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's breathtaking. Um, so when you could go through the falls, and look at all the lights, and then you go to different islands, and everything's lit up there. That's a great place to hike if there's any hikers listening. Want to visit Niagara? Definitely stop off at Dufferin Isles where you see all the ducks and the geese and all the wild animals. I even saw a beaver. I saw a fox. I haven't seen anything else a little bit more dangerous than a fox, but they say there is. And they even say there's reindeer around there. I know in the Niagara on the Lake region and the area, there's lots of deers that I've come across when I've driven home in the dark. Oh yeah, they're crossing over the Niagara Parkway. So yeah, so it's beautiful. It's like I say, It's like a winter wonderland here in the wintertime. It's beautiful. I do love Niagara in the wintertime because I love hiking. And so I don't mind even hiking in the cold. You heat up when you hike, you know?
So that's why you got your presents. You got Rudolph there. You got all the reindeers sitting there.
I should have shown you my hiking boots. I should have shown you my hiking boots.
That's why Santa's just around the corner. Rudolph is there just chilling. I got it. Okay, I understand. I understand. So,
Yeah.
so, so for anybody that's listening and watching and doesn't understand or know where Niagara Falls is, can you give us a little bit more information about what is Niagara Falls?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's one of the wonders of the world. I mean, that's where millions of tourists come to see the beautiful rushing waters of the almighty Niagara Falls. And then next to it is a beautiful town called Niagara on the Lake. It's our heritage area. I actually own a couple properties there, and I have one that is 1871 Heritage Cottage rental. And here is beautiful too. You have the horse-drawn carriage. They're still there. I saw it last night when I was walking around town, that there was the horses, the horses and the people in there being drawn around town. So much to see. It's so little time, because if people come just for 1 or 2 days, there's not enough time to enjoy all that Niagara has to offer.
So let's talk about the business. So how'd you get into the business and why?
Oh, well, I got into, like, I'm a business development consultant and trader, and still have my own firm. And in 2000, I decided I want to purchase another bed and breakfast in the town of Niagara on the Lake. And so I did that, and I started my bed and breakfast, and then my cottage rental where I had been living in. I decided to make that into a cottage rental. So it's been 21 years that I've had my properties in the town of Niagara on the Lake. And why I did it was something I always wanted to do. I had lived in Europe, and I saw the people there having pensioni. That's what they were called. Bed and breakfasts in Italy were called pensioni. And that's when, tourists would come and stay there, and they might serve breakfast, they may not. But I always thought that was kind of nice, a nice laid back way of doing business. And I started in 2000. That's what I did. There's my heritage cottage rental, built in 1871. And it's just beautiful on the inside with all, the beautiful decorations. I had interior designer come in to choose the colors. And yeah, a lot of love went into that.
All right. So tell us a little bit more. How is it? Is it rented? Can you own it? Like, tell us more about how this works.
Oh, you mean to own a short-term rental? Like,
Yes.
like I'm a real estate investor, so it's not just short-term rentals I do. I do long and short-term rentals, Charles. But I think a lot of people are getting into the short-term rental business, so I'm happy to share that with you. Why I wanted to get into the short-term rental business is because people don't stay for a very long time, and they enjoy your homes, and they don't destroy your homes, which they may do with the long-term rentals. And it was something that I wanted to do. I always wanted to run a business where I could wear shorts all day long, which I can, and the easy lifestyle, because that's kind of my lifestyle. Like everyone says, Maria, you've got the best. You've got the best of the European lifestyle, the way you look at life. You have a really balanced lifestyle, work and play. And then the other side was the North American and the European. European would be, enjoying and having guests come and just enjoy the area. I don't have to travel around if I don't want to anymore. I've traveled so much in my life. I'm tired of traveling. I like to just travel around in this area or all of Ontario, and then still make good money. So that's why I went into real estate in general, and have done both long and short term rentals. Yeah.
All right. And how easy is it to start off?
Not easy at all. Not easy at all. No, you have, everybody thinks it's so easy. No, you buy a property, and you have to buy a property that's a good piece of real estate in a good area. And you
Mm-hmm.
have to decorate it, and you have to furnish it, and then you have to learn to market it. So there's many, many steps to it. I remember when I started in 2000, I had a website built for me at that time, but I had to put myself on on all the listing sites, because there was no such thing as Booking.com or Airbnb. No, no, there wasn't. You had
Right.
to put yourself on Google, that you had to rank yourself on your website. And I joined, of course, the associations around here that had to do with short-term rentals, and they would send you some people. But it was tough. It was not easy going at the beginning, not easy at all. And now there's a lot of competition. And what's happening now too, Charles, is that the towns themselves, the municipalities are coming down hard on people who want to run a short-term rental business. It's not easy anymore. They don't want you to run it. If you do, you have to jump through hoops. You have to get licensed. For myself, in the Niagara on the Lake region and the area, I have always been licensed. You have to. I mean, you can't run a short-term rental business. So from the very beginning, I had to be licensed. So I've always been doing it. But I know Niagara Falls, there's many people who want to do it and they can't, or they're doing it, under the table, or St. Catharines probably going to be coming up. So it's not as easy as it used to be. And there's a lot of competition too.
All right. So it's time to have some fun, to get to know you a little bit more. It is now time for... It's now time for rapid fire. That's right. It's rapid fire. You're going to choose A, B, C, or D. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. And then you got a quick time just to whatever comes to your head. You're just going to answer it and let us know how you feel and what's it all about. You ready? Give us.
Sure. I didn't know about this, everyone. Okay. So, let's go for it.
A, B, C, or D. Give us what you want.
Oh, you mean, A.
Give us A. All right, let's join in. Here we go. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock starting now. Here we go. The question is, what is your favorite drink?
Oh, beautiful bottle of wine. And I like red wine. I like white wine. That's
there you go. When are you most productive?
When am I most productive? Early in the morning, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Most productive.
Who inspires you and why?
Oh my goodness, there's so many greats out there. I would say my father in the past. I mean, because he has passed away. My parents inspired me. They were very hardworking immigrants, and I learned a lot from them. And I've had many mentors and coaches along the way too. So I would still say my parents inspired me the most, and still inspire me. They come to my head all the time.
There you go. Summer or winter?
Oh, summer.
What is one thing that's happening in your life right now that is new and exciting?
Oh, I'm semi-retired. That's new and exciting and really hard to get used to, Charles.
I'll take that one. What is your favorite number and why?
Oh, it always comes up 4.
Okay.
Number 4. It always comes up. A lot of my properties I buy have a 4 in it.
Your favorite cake?
My favorite what?
Favorite cake.
Oh, Pandoro. It's an Italian sweet. I'm just eating it now. I would have had the box if I could, but it's beautiful Pandoro Italian cakes.
All right. How do you start your day?
Oh, I start my day with making a cappuccino for myself. So I have my own grinder, and then I have my own little coffee maker, the espresso coffee maker. And then I froth my own whipping cream, and that's how I start my days.
There you go. Worst subject in school?
Worst, mathematics.
best subject in school?
Best? Literature.
Yeah. There you go. You made it.
I thought I had to read something. That's why I put my glasses on. That was fun. Fun. I love that, Charles.
You made it with 2 seconds left on the clock. Congratulations.
I love it.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to dive more into the business and how the business can help you in the future. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Immigrant Women in Business, IWB, is a non-profit organization bringing together women from over 50 different countries around the globe. These women have now made Canada their home and share a common goal of providing value to their new sisters. Our motto of "We are stronger together" resonates with all members, and with a diverse membership of business leaders, entrepreneurs and community builders, our goal is to make Canada better and provide guidance and leadership to those that follow.
Thanks, Charles. I'm Carolyn Dickinson, and I'm here to tell you that the Life Success Board systems are live. These success boards have massive impact. The system will allow you to be able to envision that anything is possible for every area of your life. It'll give you direction, it'll give you focus, and it'll keep you moving forward. There are 8 success board systems available to you, plus bonuses. So for more information on this amazing system, click the link below. You don't want to miss it. Back to you, Charles.
Yes, we're live. And if you're looking for any new information, deals on what's happening, you can go to charlesmatthewsjr.com. There it is, scrolling across the bottom. All of our specials are on my website, discounts, everything you're looking for. It's right there at charlesmatthewsjr.com. All right, before the break, we want to know, how can this help us in these times with business? Tell us a bit more how, the rental properties and this type of industry can
Oh,
help move forward.
oh yeah. You know what? I mean, in this time with hyperinflation, if you own an asset, you need to own assets. I mean, that's the difference between people that have a job and they only get paid for their hours of work, and people who have assets. And the wealthy always have had assets, and the assets can be properties, you can have stocks and bonds, now Bitcoin. You need assets to ride this time now with inflation. And how that works is, with an asset, let's say you have a house and you have paid off after a number of years, you paid a part of it off. Then what you do is refinance it, pull the money out. You can either put it in the bank and live off of it, and you don't have to worry what's going on in the world, or buy another piece of property, or pay off debt. So very, very important to own assets, whatever they are. And I would say real estate is one of the easiest, although now they're getting too expensive. And I really caution people, if you're going to go into real estate, you have to do research. Get a mentor, get someone who has been very successful with their business of real estate, and ask them all the questions that you need to know to make sure that's the best type of asset that you should get into.
Okay. And how's it been? Tell us a little bit about the ups and downs, the goods and the bads. We always want to know,
Oh,
what's the challenges, what to look for.
yeah, you know what? It's easy to buy, Charles, and it's easy to sell. It's in between the management. And now, with the way let's say, we'll just talk about Ontario. With the way things are going in Ontario with the landlord and tenant board, it's not easy for landlords to evict tenants that may have not been paying for 2 years. So
Mm,
if you don't know how to choose the right property, you're in trouble, because you're overpaying for it and you can't even get that back in rent. If you get the wrong tenant, they're going to destroy your property or not pay for it. And nobody's on your side. You're really on your own there. And that's why you need mentors. You need someone to hold your hand, to walk you through, to make sure you get the best tenant for your home, because it's easy to buy, it's easy to sell, but the management part is what's missing for most people. And I think most people don't realize real estate is a business. It's not a hobby. It's a very serious business that you can lose your shirt. And you can lose your shirt on even with just one bad tenant, because if they drive you in the ground with $60,000 with not paying rent and destroying your property, what does that do to someone who's just starting out?
right.
Destroyed. And I've met many who have gone bankrupt because they have over leveraged themselves, or have gone bankrupt because they have a tenant in there they can't get out, and the law is not on their side. It's not on their side.
So what is the best location and property to get for?
Oh, in a good area. First of all, don't buy junkers. Buy good properties in good areas, and buy properties in a mixed area. So let's say you want to maybe get students. Get in an area, excuse me, that's close to the school, but not just all students. You want to have seniors living there. You want to have families living there. You want to have children. You want to have a mixed population wherever you buy your properties. When you go into the fancier homes, the higher priced homes, you're going to be going into the area where there's probably very little rentals. So you would be looking at perhaps doing a short-term rental if they allow it. There's areas you can't do it because there's laws, right? So you have to really understand the business, study it, watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, reach out to people on Facebook like myself. I'm happy to talk to you. Join my mastermind. I have masterminds that are run, and I have landlord boot camps that are run for 5 weeks at a time. These are all paid, but at least you're going to, have someone who guides you. You can't just jump into this. When I started going into real estate, Charles, I had a mentor right away. I had a man who had been in the business for 5 years before me, and he walked me through it. And then I went to meetings. I was going to meetings 2 or 3 times a month, traveling up to Toronto for meetings, going to Niagara for meetings. I still am doing meetings online. I'm still watching videos. I'm still listening to podcasts and reading about what's going on. Don't keep your head like an ostrich in the ground.
So when is the best time to go look for a property?
The winter time. Everybody
Wow.
says the spring. That's when you
Yeah.
pay the most money. No, I always look in the winter time. I always look in the slow months. But now with the inflation, there are no slow months anymore. That's been changed. But in the past, oh God, yeah, I would go in the winter time and go and look at the houses and yeah, okay. And then I would buy it in the spring. Like I would make my offer, they'd accept it, but I wouldn't buy it until the spring. And then in the spring, I would have the day I closed the property, that was the day tenants moved in right away. So I did all that work beforehand, and it was a positive cash flow right away when I moved them in.
Okay. See, that was interesting that you said that. I guess everybody's in your head, like, oh, we're going to look for a house. You look in the summer to look for all this and you look for that. But I guess in the summertime, they know everybody's out there looking. So the prices go up. So there's a great tip right there to look for. Now, the last thing is, do you look for a multi-unit, something that has like 1 room, 2 rooms, 2-story, 3-story, multiplex? What are you looking for exactly?
No, I always look for big houses with the most number of rooms and the most number of bathrooms. That's always been my forte. So when I first started buying real estate, excuse me, my bed and breakfast has 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. So it's very versatile. I can do anything with it. And then when I used to buy student rentals, at least 6 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and 1 or 2 kitchens. So I always look for the most number of bedrooms with the most number of bathrooms. And then if you have 1 or 2 kitchens that you share, however you want to do it, right? But the secret is you just, when you buy a house that has many bedrooms, you've got to be sure who you put in there. You just don't get anybody in there, anybody who walks down the street and you let them in. No, you have to really make sure they are your 5-star tenant. They have to become your 5-star tenant. And it's not just anybody who chases you and says, oh, I've got the money. You never take somebody who says, I'll give you cash right away. That's the last cash you will ever see. No, you have to do all your due diligence. You have to do credit checks on them. You have to call their last landlords. You may even have to stop off at the last property where they live, drop in, see how they live. I mean, it is not an overnight thing to pick even a tenant. I go through 100, Charles. I go through 100 before I get the right people. And even with short-term rentals, I hear so many disasters happening there. Even with short-term rentals, I ask them questions of who they are. Why do they want to live in this area? If they want to stay longer term, like a couple months, right? If you stay for a couple days, no. But even there, I don't want kids coming, young people coming and partying and destroying my properties, which is the case that has happened in the Niagara region all over the world. So it's not a joke. This is not a joke. Real estate is no longer a joke. It's not an easy thing anymore either.
So question is, what do you consider short term?
Oh, short term would, the traditional short term is 2 nights, 1 night, 2 nights, right?
Oh, okay.
That's short term. Could be up to 28. Like if somebody were to say short term, less than 28 days is considered short term. Anything more than that is long term, and it goes into landlord and tenant board. It becomes different laws that you have to abide by. But anything less than 28 days and less, that's short term.
Okay, got it. Now I'm just going through your website, and if you look, all this information is on her website. I'm just scrolling through her website, pictures. You can get calendar dates, bookings, information, everything you would need to know about the area. It's fully detailed on the site, right? You can just go right there. There's the website, dates, ghost tours, food,
Everything.
tourism. Yeah, everything
lots of videos too, actual videos of me walking through the house itself.
There you go, a little wine testing. Let's talk about the wine. Let's talk about Niagara on the lake and going for the wine tours. We were watching a video yesterday at Christmas, and they're talking about the ice wine. Let's give them a little teaser on how beautiful it is just to go on a nice tour. Check the winery out, have some ice wine, and most of them come with like packages. You can get some dinner, some tours.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, you can do that. And certainly I can give you some information about that. But what's happening now because of the coronavirus, you have to make a reservation before you go. Before, I would be able to give you wine tastings. You could go anytime you want it. Now, you have to make a reservation before you can go in because of the protocol that's going on now. And certainly the fact that we've had the virus has really dampened the tourism industry in all over the world, actually. So things just aren't quite as free as they used to be. People coming, people going, and dropping into any wineries, like dropping into 4 wineries a day or more than that, and having a lot of free tastings. It's a lot different now than it was. I'm hoping it'll go back once we get rid of this virus, whichever strain we get rid of, right?
Yep.
And go back to the way it used to be. But it certainly has changed the industry of tourism. Absolutely. Yes.
All right. Well, it's time to have some fun. Here we go.
Okay.
Now time for Pick 3.
It's now time for pick 3. And what we're going to do is you're going to give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10. And those are the 3 numbers I ask you before I let you go. So give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
4, 5, 6. Does it matter?
There you go. I like it. I've never got the order before. 4, 5, and 6. I'm like, okay, I can remember those ones. Here we go. What are some great resources that's helped you along the way?
Oh, books, videos, podcasts, meetings, mentors. The most, I would say, the mentors that have come into my life. Absolutely. That's what's helped me.
There you go. What have you read or listened to recently that has inspired you?
A lot about Bitcoin. That has really inspired me. I see it as a new way of, it's a new real estate asset. I look at Bitcoin now as my next real estate asset that I'm purchasing.
Okay.
So I would say that's the thing that's become the most profound in my life right now is that.
Nice. Okay. 4, 5, and the last one, number 6. Who are the 3 people who have been most influential to you?
Okay, my father, Frank Rekrut, my mother, Adele Rekrut. I'm going to add a couple more, though, okay? Okay, George Suba, who was a multimillionaire and a real estate investor. Wally Jansen, who's a multimillionaire real estate investor. And I'm sure I have a couple more, and forgive me if I don't remember your names, but I would say those have been the very profound people. There's many more that have been my mentors, but I'd say those were really how they moved me in a certain direction where I wanted to go anyways, and they were able to propel me in that direction. Yes.
Help you along the way.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice. All right. So one more. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. But before we let you go, remember, if you need more information, don't forget you can just send an email right there. You can hit her up and just call and say, hey, I'm coming down. I want to see you. I want to go down. I want to go hiking. I saw you on Charles' show. I heard you have some new hiking boots. Let's go for a hike. There you go. Those go hiking together. And if you want more information, don't forget you can go to my website, charlesmatthewsjr.com. Support the channel. If you want to support us, please like, subscribe, and you can donate to the channel. We'd love to have it. Okay. Before we let you go, last question.
Yes.
If you can shadow anybody for 48 hours, who would it be? Present, past, anybody around the world, who would you want to shadow and why?
Oh, Nikola Tesla. He was a genius. Nikola Tesla, an inventor. He must have invented over 1,000 things. Just do some research, everyone, to find out who Nikola Tesla is. And in fact, in Niagara Falls, they have a statue of him there because he was actually the father of alternating current. And he was, along with Westinghouse, they came and built the first hydro building, and they kind of did it as an experiment in Canada. Canada was the first place they came and did the alternating current, and that's why they have his statue there. So I'd say Nikola Tesla, a real genius.
See, there you go. See, you just learned something today. So now everybody go Google. There you go. All right, everyone. Like I always say, thanks for watching. You didn't have to, but I'm glad that you did. Be safe. Have a great time. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks, Charles.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help